What's up YouTube? Today we're going to be discussing the reasons why people actually hate Hanzo. We're going to be approaching this from different angles, but before we get started, here's my Hanzo background for those of you who don't know me. I've reached top 500 playing Hanzo primarily, and I've also gotten to Grandmaster while only playing Hanzo. So right off the bat we can tell from my profile that the saying that Hanzos never switch is in fact true. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's take a look at some of the beliefs people have on Hanzo and the reasons for hating Hanzo. So let's start off by answering the most common question. Is Hanzo as bad as people say he is? And the answer to that question is no. And it's easy to perceive him as being useless, especially to all the lower ranked players out there that don't know any better. His skill cap is so high that to have an effect on him, it takes a lot of effort and aim, much more than any other hero does. It's easier to do the same job with someone like McCree, but once you master Hanzo, he does that job so much better because of his damage and one-shot potential. So overall, Hanzo is only as good as your aim is, and a lot of people at the lower ranks don't have the greatest aim. And that's one of the reasons why Hanzo gets such a bad rep. It's because people underestimate the amount of skill and mastery it takes to play him. And even though I have more than 400 hours on Hanzo, I still can't say that my aim is where I want it to be. Another thing that I noticed is that people complain about how broken and OP he is. And then there's another group of people that say that he's useless. The thing is, he can't be both OP and useless. That just doesn't make any sense. So it's clear that people just don't understand Hanzo. People compare his arrow hitboxes to logs and say that his scatter arrow is broken. So if he's so broken, why is it that people hate having him on their team? So right away we can tell that he's not overpowered. And he's not useless, he's just useless in the wrong hands. Hanzo as a hero has one of the highest skill caps in the game, if not the highest skill cap. He can one-shot almost all the heroes in the game except for 3, and those heroes are D.Va, Reinhardt, and Roadhog, and he can potentially two-shot those heroes as well. The only thing broken about Hanzo is his wall climb. I think everybody knows this when I say his wall climb is unreliable. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've died due to a buggy wall climb. Reason number 3 on why people hate Hanzo is because Hanzo has become such a meme and people tend to follow trends and what's popular. Hanzo is a meme and he's become so popular to hate on Hanzo that people just do it for the sake of it. Even before the gates have opened, people will complain about the Hanzo pick before that player has even gotten a chance to give it his best shot. And people tend to adopt a herd mentality, which means people are influenced by their peers to adopt certain behaviors such as hating on Hanzo players. At the level that I play at, which is at Masters and Grandmasters, I don't get as much as they hate as I used to. Especially when people see the time I have on Hanzo, they're more comfortable and accepting of the fact that they have a Hanzo on their team. Now the majority of players don't have as many hours as I do on Hanzo, so it's important for those Hanzo players to practice outside of competitive so that they don't put the 5 other players on their team at a disadvantage. Having a Hanzo on a team that doesn't have the practice and the time put into him is most likely going to cost you the game. You can do so much more with a soldier than you can with a Hanzo if your aim is garbage. So the truth about why people hate Hanzo is because people pick Hanzo before they're prepared to take him into a competitive game, and people get frustrated that he isn't contributing to the team and that Hanzo player then refuses to switch off. People have such a bad experience with Hanzo players that every time they see a Hanzo, they get PTSD, as they should. It's not because he's a useless hero or because he's so broken, it's because people just don't practice enough in quick play and often take him into competitive and underestimate the skill required to produce results. Well, that's it for this video guys. Be sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video and let me know the reason why you hate Hanzo in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.